Hello everyone. Thank you for watching my videos, and I have a special treat today. Jehovah Witnesses are comparing themselves as rocks underwater. So let's get to the Circuit Overseers talk, and then after that we'll have some fun. So here we go.
Joshua chapter 4. And as you're turning there, I'm going to give you a little background. You'll remember that Moses, of course, has been left behind in the wilderness, and Joshua has been given the commission to carry on as leader of God's people as they go to take the promised land. And they've already had some skirmishes along the way as they come up to the Jordan River, and now they're about to pass over the Jordan into that land. And you remember what happened when Joshua was told to take the priests with the Ark of the Covenant and to step into the Jordan River? Remember what happened? Well, just like the Red Sea, the waters parted and they walked across on the dry riverbed. And that's where we take up the account, because notice in verse 9 what it says. In Joshua 4 and verse 9, it says, There were also 12 stones that Joshua set up in the middle of the Jordan on the standing place of the feet of the priests carrying the Ark of the Covenant. And they continue there until this day. You see, they continued there. They stayed under. They remained behind, or they're enduring. So that's what happened. He took these stones. They must have been fair stones. And he built this cairn with them. And then the waters of the Jordan River came crashing down and swirled around them and carried on right on down to the Dead Sea. But the stones, they stayed. They remained. And there wasn't anything that that river could do to change that. They were there as a testimony, as an evidence of what God had done there. They remain there till this day, it says. And so it's very interesting that the Watchtower has applied that to you, brothers. That today, as the world of mankind, like the Jordan River, are raging on down towards the sea, the Dead Sea of Armageddon, they cannot get away from the testimony of Jehovah's people. We've stood firm. We've stayed under, as it were, no matter how hard that water or that sea, that world around us pushes against us. We continue to talk to people about the truth. They see us at the bus stops. They find us on the streets. We're talking to people in their businesses. We're going to their homes. We're making return visits. We're using the telephone. And when you think of that happening around the world, there's nothing the world can do to stop us. Nothing. It's a real testimony. You see, that's endurance. As a people, we are enduring. We are going to make it as a people. But you see, we also have to make it individually, don't we? Have you ever wondered? So here you have this account where the Jordan River has always meant life in Palestine. And yet it goes down to the Dead Sea, and the Dead Sea is dead. And you know, that Jordan River starts up in the north and it flows down, and all along its banks people live, and life is associated with the river, and then it hits the Sea of Galilee, and we know about the Sea of Galilee. People have fished there for millenniums. And then the river flows out the bottom of the Sea of Galilee, and it continues to be a source of life until you get to the Dead Sea. So how come the Dead Sea is dead if this life-giving water flows into it? Well, people say, it's a salt sea. It's got salt in it. It's dead. But aren't there other salt bodies that have life? Well, yes, there are. So there must be something else besides that causes the Dead Sea to be dead. And you know what it is? It's because the river flows in, but it doesn't flow out. It stagnates. It stays there. It sits there. And then the salt adds to it, and the sea becomes dead. And brothers, that tells us something about endurance. You see, if we're going to endure, we not only have to have the waters of truth come in, but they also have to flow out. See, if the truth just comes in and we have the truth in our head and we know the truth, oh yeah, I know the truth, but it doesn't motivate us to do something, if it doesn't motivate us to talk about it and to change our lives and do something about it, then it's stagnant. And eventually, even though we know the truth, we know it's the truth, it's like the Dead Sea. The water flows in, but it doesn't flow out. And that's really a key to endurance. And something else that we've discovered that's a real key to endurance is something that Jesus did.
Okay. Going back to the rocks. Yes, Jehovah's Witness, you say you are solid in the truth like a rock. But rocks, you can throw them into the water, they go to the bottom, and they sink. And the problem with this, Jehovah's Witnesses, this is you underwater. This is Jehovah religion. You talk about the Jordan River is the river of life. Well, it's not for you. Because your religion is built on lies, deceits, dishonest, child molesters, wife abusers, and many other things, and all the publications you have written is out there for anyone to find, to see all the lies that you have published all over the years. Since day one, Charles T. Russell opened his mouth to tell the first lie, that he and the people at that time was going to heaven. There was going to be rapture. And they never did. Bible students was upset because they thought they was going to go to heaven in 1914. Yes, Jehovah's Witnesses, you are solid like a rock. You sink to the bottom. Or in this case, you walked across on dry land, or you was carried on dry land, and you was put in a pile, and when the water came over you, you drowned. And that's where you stayed. Remember, in Revelation, Babylon the Great is fallen. And she would be, how you say, thrown into the ocean to be not seen ever again. False religion will be destroyed. But Jehovah's Witnesses, you have to realize this. There are 8 million of you. If you don't cut the ties from the Watchtower and get out of this water that they put you in from birth, you will drown and you will die. A bunch of us left this organization because we found out the truth. That we was not in the truth. We never was the truth. All we was in, nothing but lies. Some of you may want to watch this video and say, this guy don't know nothing about our religion. He don't know nothing about the truth. Yes, I know about the truth of your religion. But my question is, how come you don't? I have studied your past. I studied from the beginning all the way up to your day, and it's still based on lies. So my question to you, why haven't you done your research and get off that stupid JW.org and find the real truth about your religion? It's out there. The only one stopping you is you. The only one is commanding you not to do it. 7 idiots that think they have control over 8 million Jehovah Witnesses, because 8 million Jehovah Witnesses is brain dead, because they don't want to see the truth. They don't want to find the truth. They're in a false religion. So people, wake up. Jehovah Witnesses, this is you. Your numbers of your people is underwater. They're dead. They're drowned. Because you let 7 men control you. You let 7 men to tell you to jump in a body of water and drown yourself. As long as your body stays in one area, you think what? You think the world is flowing around you and you're rock solid. You're right, you are rock solid. But you're dead. Why? Because you believe in 7 men and not the Bible. You believe 7 men, not Christ's words. Please, wake up before you end up just like these power stones. Thank you and have a nice day.